Matt is going to work with us this morning. He's never done this, and as we talked about before, we did the filming a little bit earlier, that it's not as easy to learn as what it may sound or may look like. We're going to go through this thing, and the whole idea with this, and we talked about that the other day, but this is for Matt's benefit, is what we want to do is move our hips forward. This is like you're making a V here, with this being that your point where you've been, right here. Now what you will do, you'll have the weight here, and you'll set. Here's your ready, just take it off back, it's ready, then you set, and then you go. You hold this for just about a second, you tighten all up in here, your glutes, your quads, your abs, these hip flexors. Because those hip flexors, when they move back, is when the shoulders go up, and if it's quick, then you'll get a good drive and get some momentum of that bar going up. So you want to drive up, and then we're going to lay back, assume that same position, and press it on out. What we're going to do is let Matt, and this is what I would suggest you do in your training, is to take the bar, hold it, and practice that set position several times till you get used to it. And then we're going to have it where he just comes up and drives it, but then press it all the way, just where you kind of catch it. You want to like be here. Another thing is on the way we have the elbows. You don't want the elbows down in here because the weight will want to go forward. You want to have it about here, all against here. Because when we press, we don't want to press with just the arms. We're going to throw that bar up, if it's here and here, with those traps, with the shoulders. They'll come up and drive it. Now also when you're here, you don't come up this way. You're here and you come up, everything going up straight. So it's like a pull. Everything's coming back, and like last minute, last second, everything goes up. And that's the same idea. All right, let's get there and just take the empty bar. And once you get over, and you get over to the side, okay, good. Now we just want to be able to see his hips get under there. Okay, ready? Now set. Now see that? Move those hips on forward. Get over there. Now you get a slight knee bend, not much. And you don't want to rebend them, but you push real hard, emphasize that you get a little bit of a knee bend in that they just unlock slightly. Also, you should feel a little more pressure on your toes and on the hips. Yeah? All right, good. Now, when he brings those hips back, see how those shoulders will come up. When they come up, that's when he'll press. All right, good. Set on down now. Yeah, just set it down. So what I would suggest you do is to get in the rack. Practice getting that start position. Get a little weight on this so that you feel good and you strengthen those things. Then we'll go to the next phase and we'll put some weight on here now for him, where you'll hear, and you just start. But all you want to do now, Matt, is just start that weight up and then kind of catch it. You just want to get that feeling of getting a little lift off there. So you'll have to, kind of like when you do your snatches, your cleans, how you have to control your pull a little. That's what you'll have to do here. Now we're putting a little weight on the bar. It's still very, very light for Matt. But what he's going to do is I'm going to have him to take the bar off. That'll be like the ready. And he'll go set and then go. And then I've instructed him to kind of pull that back just so he can get the feel of the drive. Then we'll go ahead and finish the other part. And the reason I'm showing this weight is this is how you should get used to it. You should get used to this position. Then you should get used to the drive. Then you'll start getting used to the lay back. So get used to these segments in between and learn how to do each one correctly. All right. If you would, Matt. Okay, ready? Okay, set. Go. All right, good. Set it on down. Yeah, let it come down. All right. Set. Go. All right. Do it one more time, but don't bend your knees whenever you start to drive. Just bring your hips back. Hips back on. Hips back on. Just right. Feel that though? See, you didn't have to use your knees. Yeah. Because your knees will want to go. What you do is everything is because the hips come back, the shoulders come up. Because that V, you're opening it up. Okay. So it has to go up. But it can't go through the floor, I guess. All right, we're going to put a little more weight on here, and I tell you what, with this weight, why don't you go ahead and do one where you get set, and you throw it, lay on back and press it up. So you just have to control this kind of like you control a pull. So just got to do it where you drive it and lay right back into it.
Okay.
And stay there until it's just about arm's length. Okay, that's it. Up. Yeah, that's all right. Now come up, yeah. That's fine. And the only thing you want to do that one more time, get back faster. Up. Ah, there you go now. You feeling that? Yeah. Now you're getting that. And you brought your hips back without a lot of knee actions, and that was good. And you got up and you got back under it. And one reason, now as it gets up here, and you know you're going to like that thing come on up, don't try to come up too soon. Because if you come up too soon, it's like adding weight to the bar. Because I've seen that and I've had it happen to me. Where you hear it, you start to come up, and all of a sudden you don't finish out.
Yeah.
So be careful. Make sure it's up there in a good, strong position first. No. All right, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to add a little bit of weight and work up and see how great we can make his form. We're going to make him a world champion today. That proves how great both of us are. Now, Matt, we have a little weight added to the bar here, or you added it. I watched you. And this is 2 1/4. And what I want you to do now is kind of like you did with your last press. Here, here, and on back. Make sure that this right here is quick. Because the sooner you get back, it's not going to snap. The sooner you get under there, you're going to beat it from coming down. And that's the same in here. Now, one thing that you need to do, I've done this and I've seen it done, and just something that'll come up. When you hear and you throw it here, you'll think about throwing it and catching it here. Don't. You're here and you're pressing yourself under. Because you want that momentum to carry through that sticking point. So don't throw and catch, because you don't have no benches sometimes. You get a good drive, and you kind of want to change here, don't. You know, and that's the same thing with this.
All right.
All right, hips forward. And also, let me say just one thing now. When you lay back and instead of lay back, don't just go back this way. Let those hips go forward. It's the same movement. Drive those. There you go. Do one more now. Really drive it with the delts. Yeah, see, you almost overdrive. Yeah, that's all right. You need a little more weight now. That's good. Sit on that. Was that feeling a little bit more familiar?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, all right, good. You need a little more weight so that it'll make you go back. Yeah. And when I say don't go this way, you want to go, move those hips right forward again. All right, good. And when you drive that thing, don't think about pressing here. Think about all of this driving there, because that really throws it. That's where you get the real throw. And it's just like on a top pull. How you get that last little lift to it, that's the same lift that you want off.
Okay.
It's the same thing. So that helps put it in your mind what you want. It's like you want that little lift. And so you start slow, boom, right at the top. It's like throwing a punch, all that energy right at the end.
Okay.
Well, Matt, we've got you loaded up now with 275. Probably not, as you mentioned, it feels a little different as the weight changes, you know. So we'll find this. We're just going to work on up and just see how your form goes. What I'll do is we'll watch it, and then if there's something I see that you need to keep in mind for your next set, I'll let you know about that. So what you want to do is ready, set, hold that for a second or so. All hip movement, not in the knees. Your knees will come loose a little bit, but you won't keep them there, but it's all the hip movement and then right back. Forward. There you go. Sit on down. That's good. Now, you feel a little bit better?
Yeah.
The only thing that I would suggest is this, is when you come here, that pop at the top. Don't worry about it, just get it started, and it's kind of like a jerk. You hear and you don't start driving real soon, you make sure that you're all set. As you come up, you start accelerating. That's here. You accelerate a little more speed here and here. But the basic movement was good. And that's something, this is a good one to watch, because he came up, he drove, and he came right under it. It all looked good. The only thing that could improve is just more snap at the top. But it's like pulls, and this is the same way. When I first started training, every time I left, I said, watch my pull or watch my form. And then after like 30 years, I would say, watch my pull, watch my form. And that's the same way here. You always have more that you can do, particularly quickness. All right, Matt, we have this loaded up and you loaded up, 315. What we're trying to do, he did some benches yesterday, but we're not too concerned about that. And what our goal is here is work up heavy enough that he has to use good form to be able to make the poundage. And he can't just muscle it up. He's got to have a little bit of form. So we'll see how this works with him, and then it'll be his option if he wants to go up more, or we'll see. We're going to see what happens. The last press was real good. If we can just do that with a little more explosiveness off the chest, this is going to fly up. All right. Thank you, Matt. Hip spring. All right.
Yeah.
Good. Drive. Yeah, that's good.
I strict press that one.
Yeah, what you need is more boom.
Okay.
You need more. All right, why don't you go ahead and if you don't mind doing one more rep,
Sure.
And really explode on it, because that'll get you to the time where you'll have to. You're going to have to drive that thing off your chest and have to lean back here, Richard. Quick. There you go. That feel a little bit
Was it
better?
running?
Yeah.
It didn't feel like the 275.
Yeah. And so you can see the difference here. What happens is, as you get a little heavier, and that's why you need to work with kind of medium weights, like 275, he says, it felt a little better. Well, as you get heavier in anything, and you're not used to doing the movement, your form's going to desert you. What was going on there is that there wasn't as much hip movement as before. On 275, you were here and here. This time you were here and here. No. So there just wasn't quite much, and that was the difference. But that's what we want to do. Do you want to do any more or not? Or do you want to...
Let me think about it.
What do you think about it? Look, the whole idea, this is for instruction. We're not saying how much you can lift. We know how much you can lift, considerably more than this. What we're trying to do is just show you the form. Think about the way that 275 was. Maybe whenever we cut this, we'll show that 275, show this, and show the 275 again. And the difference is going to be in the hip movement. And that is what the Olympic press is all about, is hip movement. There you go. Sit on down.